What's going on, guys? Just thought I would do a quick tutorial on how to change the oil in my KTM 125 EXC two-stroke dirt bike, which is right here. So as you can see, I got on my riding gear still because I just got off a nice cold wintry ride here, and want to do it while the bike's nice and hot so that oil flows right out. So this is like the quick version. So yeah, it only takes like a couple minutes. So, and that's good to change your oil often. I do mine every 2 or 3 rides, honestly, just to help preserve those clutch plates and keep everything running smooth. You'll see there's a lot of material that gets into that oil, so you want to change it pretty often. Okay, so basically for this job, you're just gonna need two sockets. I like to get the this 1/4-inch drive socket with like a 3-inch or so, at least 3-inch extension, and an 8mm. So it's 8mm. Always use a 6-sided. You don't want to use 12 points. You don't want to strip out these nuts that you're always using, always tightening and loosening. And then you got the 1/2-inch drive. 3/4-inch drive with the 13mm. Right there. You don't got to use a deep socket, but I use it just for the extension part. I mean, you could do like a short extension with the 13mm shallow socket, but whatever. And then of course you got the oil pan here, and then whatever transmission fluid you use there. All right, so you take your 13mm and you just get right there on the underneath the shifter, and you might have to lift up that shifter a little bit to get onto that drain plug. All right, and there you go. You should just have to loosen it with that, and then you can get the rest of it with your hands. Make sure your drain plug's in place. There you go, and it starts to drain. I used to have like a little thing so it didn't get on my skid plate, but I don't have that anymore. But as you keep the bike tilted, you don't need to put it up on the stand because you want to get that tilt. So I just use my kickstand as like kind of a pivot point there. And you're just going to let that drain. And you can see this bolt has a magnet on the end of it. And this looks actually pretty clean. But the magnet collects the little metal fabricants. So you're going to want to clean that up really, really well with a rag. So I'm pulling this thing over almost all the way flat in that kickstand. Being careful of that kickstand though. Be real gentle on that thing. Is you want all that to drain out of this side. So there's actually 2 drain plugs on this bike, one on either side. But honestly, I heard from the shop that you don't really need to drain the other side. So just getting that one plug and getting that good tilt all the way is fine, especially when you're changing the fluid regularly. It's really not that big a deal, I guess. So all right, so just make sure that's nice and cleaned up. So you want to get that that hole like really nice and clean where that washer seats. So let's pop that in. Right, and we'll tighten that up. Just a little snug, not crazy tight, because you don't want it to fall out. Of course, you don't want it to loosen up, but you also don't want to strip it. So just nice and snug there. I tend to do a little on the snugger side. A lot of vibration with these bikes. All right, so here's the fill cap right here, the spout fill side. Some guys loosen this up before draining it because you get like more air in there, I guess, but honestly it's not like gurgling out of the drain plug, so I don't think it really needs that air, extra air to flow from the top to really clean out well. And so that other drain plug that I mentioned is actually right down here. It's actually right down underneath the brake pedal there. So I don't do that, but you can do it if you want to. Maybe it's good to do every once in a while, to make sure there's nothing like nasty on that side or anything. So this is the check. This is what you need the 8mm for. This is the level checking bolt, which is really cool because you basically just fill it up to this level right here, and you start to see the oil leak out, and that's when you know it's perfectly filled up, and you got that what is it? It's 0.7 liters in the case. So there you go. I just loosen that up. I like to take this off and then loosen it the rest of the way, kind of holding the brake down and out of the way there. Is it out now? A little bit more. A few more threads. Oh, there it goes, right there. That's it. There is a washer on that, but I lost it. I don't think it really matters. It's an old bike, so. And now you go and fill this up. You can use a funnel if you'd like. I just like to pour it right in. So, oops. So basically, here we go. I'm filling it up. And then I'm going to look at that drain, that level checking spot in a second here. You're keeping the bike upright, straight up and down. And you're looking for that to drip out, and there you go. You can see it just start to drip out. I don't know if you can see it. It's a little dark. I can barely see it, but you just see it start to drip out of that little hole right down there. So yeah, there you go. It starts to drip right out. You got that nice oil, a nice fresh oil coming out of that, which is a good sign. Now we're gonna put this guy right back in there. Can I get it in? Yeah, there we go. So you just want to snug that up. There you go. Pop the cap back on. This is another area. Another area I like to clean up. You gotta clean this baby up a little bit. You get all kinds of dirt and grime. So my bike's a little dirty. Just gave it a quick spray down into this ride. It was unbelievably muddy out there, but it's due for a detailing here at some point. There, you clean that up nicely, and you put that back on there. And there you go. That's it. And you're done. Alright, so that's basically it. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Yeah.